So, boys, now we are doing the combination problems, all right, combination of solids and recasting. I explain you what is the meaning of combination of solids, all right. Now we are going to learn recasting, all right. What is the meaning of recasting? Or recasting is also called a melting. So you guys are good in recasting and melting, I suppose. So recasting, okay. Now see, I have suppose a gold ring. I want to melt it and I want to make something out of that. Okay, so two small rings. So what I'm doing is I'm melting and making that one gold ring into two smaller rings. All right, so I'm doing the melting. So suppose I have a metallic cone. All right, there is a cone made up of metal or some metal, zinc, copper, whatever it is made of. Now I want to recast it. All right, I want to recast it, that cone, into a sphere. All right, I want to transform it into the sphere. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the problem based on recasting. All right, recasting or melting or transforming from one solid to another type of the solids. All right, so sometime a big cone will be given to you, so I have to melt it and I have to form smaller cones, many smaller cones. All right, so this type of problems we are going to do out here. So now when you recast, when you melt one solid and make another solid, when you recast one solid and make another solid, the volume does not change. Okay, so now remember that. Suppose if you have a ring, gold ring, now you are recasting, you are melting that ring and making two small rings. So the volume of two small ring will be equal to the volume of the bigger original ring. Okay, so when you recast, the volume will not change. Keep that in mind. So now see, so now next sum, a solid metallic hemisphere of radius 8 centimeter is melted and recasted into the right circular cone of base 6 centimeter. Determine the height of the cone. There is a metallic hemisphere. All right, so there is a metallic hemisphere, there is solid metallic hemisphere. All right, there is solid metallic hemisphere of radius 8 centimeter. The radius of this hemisphere is 8 centimeter. It is melted, it is melted and recasted, it is melted and recast into right circular cone. Now you are melting and making a right circular, all right, recasting, melting and recasting it into a right circular cone whose base is now 6 centimeter. The radius of the base is 6 centimeter. So now what is the height of the cone? So when you melt this hemisphere, when you melt this hemisphere and form the cone, the volume will not change. That means volume of hemisphere will be equal to the volume of the cone. So what we'll do is we'll write volume of hemisphere is equals to volume of cone. Now radius of hemisphere, what is given to you? That is 8 centimeter. Let us write the radius of hemisphere as r1. So now radius of cone r2 6 centimeter. There are two different radius, so r1 and r2. Let the height of the cone be, let the height of the cone be h. All right, now we know that the volume of cone will be equal to volume of hemisphere. I am just recasting. All right, so volume will not be changed. What is the volume of cone? 1 by 3 pi r2 square h. All right, r2 square h. And what is the volume of hemisphere? 2 by 3 pi r1 square h. r1 is the radius of hemisphere, r2 is the radius of cone. So now 3 3 get cancel out, pi get cancel out. Put the value of r2 is 6 square into h, and 2 will remain 2. r1 is 8 cube, 8 into 8 into 8. So now h is equals to 2 into 8 into 8 into 8, 6 into 6 divided by 6 into 6. Cancel it. We are getting 256 by 9. So 256 by 9 means 28 whole 4 by 9 centimeter. So height of the cone is 28 whole 4 by 9 centimeter. Next sum, a very easy sum. 8 metallic spheres, each of radius 2 centimeter, are melted and cast into a single sphere. There are 8 small spheres. All right, 8 small spheres. There are 8 small spheres. All right, 8 small sphere, and you are recasting and making a big sphere, one sphere. All right, cast in single sphere. Calculate the radius of the new single sphere. So now the radius of each single sphere is 2 centimeter. So volume of 8 small sphere will be equal to the volume of big single sphere. Okay, So now see, radius of each small sphere is r1. Let us consider r1 is 2 centimeter. Now let the radius of big sphere be r, capital R. So volume of 8 small sphere will be equal to the volume of big single sphere. So what is the volume of sphere formula? So how many sphere are there? 8. And what is the volume sphere formula? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Small letter r, small for small letter r. So volume of big sphere will be 4 by 3 pi capital R cube. 4 by 3, 4 by 3 get cancel out, pi get cancel out. So now small r is 2, so 2 cube. So 8 8 is 64. We are getting r cube is equal to 64. So 64. So comparing it, how much you get? R is equals to 4. That means the radius of the single sphere, so the radius of this big sphere will be 4 centimeters. So when you melt a 8 sphere, each of radius 2 centimeter, and form the big sphere. Now the big sphere will have a radius 4 centimeter. Got it?